right, Shalom. I want to start off, man, as always, by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And also want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this lesson, I wanted to do a response video onto this video here that was put up by Jamie Tree here on YouTube. And as you can see, the title of his video reads, "This is what BlackRock is hiding from you, Whitney Webb's last warning." And I'm sure that your brothers and your sisters out there are familiar with Whitney Webb by now, okay? The apostles and brothers, the elders have been speaking about her lately because she's been exposing a lot of the plans of the elites and the WEF and how pretty much they want to bring in this M.O.T.B system. Now, she don't understand that this is the M.O.T.B system and that it's spoken about in the Holy Scriptures. But you do understand that this coming system will pretty much take control of the whole earth and everybody that's on earth, okay? That pretty much they want to be involved in society. They will have control over you, okay? Now, Esau won't get the pleasure of chipping everybody, right? But a great number of people will take the M.O.T.B so that they can survive, so to speak, okay? But I just wanted to react to what she said here and highlight a few things, man. I'll grab some scriptures, grab a few words, and then I'll close out here, all right? But this is some very interesting stuff, all right? And we've been talking about this for a long time, okay? The apostles have been talking about it for years. But we're close to this happening, okay? Only a few more events, and this thing gonna pop off, man, okay? And for all you guys out there who have been mocking and scoffing these past years concerning the M.O.T.B breakdown, you can get ready, man, okay? Because more than likely, you will take this M.O.T.B. Seeing that you said that it's not the C-hip, so I'm guessing that you won't mind taking it, right? But anyway, I'll play this video here, and Lord willing, this is edifying, all right? So here we go. And this is fair use, okay? Fair use, YouTube. So please don't give me a strike. But here we go.
I think the digital ID is a key enabler of the surveillance, knowing what everyone is doing at the transactional level and being able to tweak that micromanagement based on a person's activity, because the digital ID isn't just limited to the financial system, right? It's like your travel, your health history, your career history, your education credentials, your access to telecommunications, social media, the internet.
Right. That's how much control they will have, okay? Social media, healthcare, education, the internet, the finances, everything will be tied together in this M.O.T.B system, all right? It's not just about the finances, man. Now, that's highlighted, all right, in prophecy, okay, the buying and the selling, but it's more to it, all right? But you got to have this digital ID in order to get access to all these other things, okay? It's all connected, man. So I'm going to put a small portion over so that you can see all the things that she named, okay? These things will be controlled, all right? So I'm going to take that back a little bit here.
Let's jump in with Whitney Webb.
So I think the digital ID is a key enabler of the surveillance, knowing what everyone is doing at the transactional level and being able to tweak that micromanagement based on a person's activity, because the digital ID isn't just limited to the financial system, right? It's like your travel, your health history, your career history, your education credentials, your access to telecommunications, social media, the internet. with the new AI era, right, they can fuse all that data, analyze it, and depending on how they develop that AI algorithm, use it to control people really in unprecedented ways. I think the digital ID and the CBDC and its private sector equivalence project is something that we're always sort of intended to be the same system. So there's documents from the UN, from the BIS, and in related groups that are sort of that have been working on this for years. That essentially frame one as essential to the other, using words about, this is inclusionary, sort of, the whole, I guess, marketing behind digital ID is that everyone needs a legal ID because otherwise they're unable to access essential services, right? And so the idea is we all have to be included in the system, and they directly link that to the concept of financial inclusion and banking the unbanked, which you brought up earlier. But inherently, these systems actually function in an exclusionary way, based on how they've been set up. They have essentially said that this is the only way, this will be the only way to prove you have legal identity. And so if you don't participate in that system, as far as the state or the private sector is concerned, you don't exist. So by not participating in that system, you're inherently excluded from the economic system and really essentially everything.
Right. And that's the point that I wanted to highlight. Okay. If you don't get down with this coming system, you will be excluded from everything. Okay. All the essential things that you need in this world, you will be excluded from them. Okay. If you don't bow down to this coming system. Now, Esau is going to come with these CBDCs and all that first. Okay. But eventually, he's going to come with that C-hip to go in your body, okay? But even with the CBDCs, man, he is going to make life hard for you, okay? Because if you don't bow down to what they say, if you don't buy what they allow you to buy, okay, and everything else, all right, with social media and protesting, if you don't bow down to how they want things to go, they will just shut you out, all right? And that's the point that I wanted to highlight the most in the little small 2 minutes that I played here. All right. So I'm going to play that part again, and then I'm going to get into these precepts, man. All right. So here we go.
Directly link that to the concept of financial inclusion and banking the unbanked, which you brought up earlier. But inherently, these systems actually function in an exclusionary way, based on how they've been set up. They have essentially said that this is the only way, this will be the only way to prove you have legal identity. And so if you don't participate in that system, as far as the state or the private sector is concerned, you don't exist. So by not participating in that system, you're inherently excluded from the economic system and really essentially everything.
Right. By not participating in this system, you are excluded from the economic system and really essentially everything, as she said. So they're going to make life really hard for you, man. It's either you bow down to this system or be excluded from everything, okay? From medicine, water, food, you name it, you will not have access to it unless you bow down to this system, man, okay? And that is exactly what prophecy tells us. If you go real quick here, I wanted to get Revelation chapter 13 and verse 15, right? It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And that could be a physically, being unalive, but also the killing goes into you being X'd out of society pretty much, okay? And I will prove that here looking up this Greek word, man, okay, for the word killed, okay? Now, this is the Bible Hub, all right? And as you can see, this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 15. And I'm going to go down to the word killed here in the Greek and show you that it also means that you're going to be X'd out of society, man, if you don't bow down to this coming system, all right? So this is G615, right? The word is apoktaneo, all right? If I'm saying that correctly. But as you can see here, it says to kill, right? Killing, okay? to kill. Now, I want to go into the root word, all right, of this word, right? As you can see here, from apo or apo, right, to slay. So I wanted to get the Greek word, right? 575, apo or apo, okay? And I'm going to scroll down here, right? It says from, away from. We just scroll down here, all right, to the Thayer's Greek lexicon, right? It says of separation, of local separation at the verbs of motion from a place, of departing, fleeing, removing, expelling, throwing. Okay? You will be expelled pretty much from society, right? Removed from society pretty much if you don't bow down to this common system. Okay? Whitney Webb just explained this, right? Now, she don't understand the scriptures, but she's speaking the scriptures, man. If you don't bow down to the image of the beast, right, which is this system, you will be expelled, removed, all right, from society, man. They're going to make life hard for you, bro. It's either you get down with them or you struggle and you die, okay? But that won't be the case for the elect because the Lord promised to take care of the elect, man. But most people will bend the knee to this, bro. These people are already ready, bro, all right, to be taken and captured by this system. It's a lot of people struggling, man. Living from check to check. Barely got food in the house, man. Barely have access to healthcare and medicine, okay? Barely have access to, transportation, man. It's hard. So once this society truly falls, okay, they're going to be begging for that system, bro. They're going to beg for it, man. And just as Whitney Webb said once again, okay, I'm going to play her words once again. If you don't pretty much bow down to this system, bro, you will be expelled pretty much out of society, okay? I'm going to play it again. Hold up. Yeah, right here, 358.
But inherently, these systems actually function in an exclusionary way based on how they've been set up. They have essentially said that this is the only way, this will be the only way to prove you legal identity. And so if you don't participate in that system as far as the state or the private sector is concerned, you don't exist. So by not participating in that system, you're inherently excluded from the economic system and really essentially everything.
Right. You will be excluded, man, from everything, okay? That's exactly what this Greek word is going into, right? For the word killed in Revelation chapter 13, verse 5, okay, the root word, apo, you will be expelled, removed, okay, separated for not bowing down to this system, man. This is serious, all right? This is serious, man. Our lives are about to change drastically, okay? These devils got some stuff up their sleeves, man. Okay, they got some stuff up their sleeves, bro. Real quick. Psalms chapter 64, verse 1, it says, "Oh, Yahweh, listen to my complaint. Protect my life from my enemies' threats." Okay? This system is a threat to your life, man. To your being, right? It says, "Hide me from the plots of this evil mob, from this gang of wrongdoers. They sharpen their tongues like swords and aim their bitter words like arrows. They shoot from ambush at the innocent, attacking suddenly and fearlessly. They encourage each other to do evil and plan how to set their traps in secret. Who will ever notice, they ask. As they plot their crimes, they say, we have devised the perfect plan. Yes, the human heart and mind are cunning." So to Esau, right, these elites, this is the perfect plan, man, okay? Bringing this M.O.T.B system and make it to where you can't thrive in life and have access to the basic necessities unless you bow down to what they want, man. This is about to be crazy, all right? It's about to be crazy, man. So I'm going to go here and play a little bit more of this clip, and I'll close out.
So you have to onboard to the surveillance state or be excluded from everything. So it's, being marketed as inclusion, but it's really inherently exclusionary.
Totally. So how does this system get triggered? How do we move into the Mark Carney-ism?
Well, I think they sort of give it away when they say that this is the new Bretton Woods movement that needs to be seized. So Bretton Woods was what came out of World War II, essentially, and was the creation of a new financial governance system after World War II. And this is essentially an effort to create a new financial governance system that was announced well before any sort of crisis like that, but it's probably going to need a crisis of that level to be implemented and to convince people to onboard at scale. And if you subscribe to the theory that all wars are bankers' wars, which there is plenty of evidence to support that, I would say, that seems to suggest that perhaps, this is the it's going to be a problem reaction solution type of situation where they've already made the solution. They've already developed what they want to be the new financial governance system after this new Bretton Woods moment. They just need some sort of big event on the scale of World War II or some large event that's, equally disruptive in order to be like, all right, now it's time for a new financial governance system after this big event like they did after World War II.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So as she said, or as the dude asked her, how will this new system get introduced? And pretty much she said that you're going to need a major event to happen in order for them to bring in this new system, all right? And the apostles been saying this for years, man. They've been saying that a society is going to have to collapse and all hell going to have to break loose in order for this M.O.T.B system to come in and for the people to trust it and to accept it, man. She just said this, okay? But the apostles been saying this for years, man. And the scriptures has been, foretold of, all hell breaking loose, right? Jacob's trouble, okay? Society collapsing, and pretty much Esau bringing in this system, man, all right? As the savior to your problems and issues, okay? So now, real quick, 2 Corinthians 15, okay? This kind of event got to take place in order for the M.O.T.B system to pretty much come in, okay? Something major got to happen, man, on this scale, okay? Real quick, 2 Corinthians 15, verse 14, it says, the world and the people in it are doomed. The war that will bring their destruction is very near. Nations will arm themselves and fight against other nations. There will be great political turmoil, with one group trying to overpower another and gain control while ignoring the legitimate government. So it's going to get crazy in so many words. If the people are ignoring the established government, right, the so-called, a legitimate government, if they're not listening to them and pretty much taking control into their own hands, that means that the so-called government that's established has lost control of society. That means people are taking power into their own hand and saying, look, I'm going to do this, man. So what's going to trigger that? What's going to make people say, you know what, man, to hell with this government, I'm going to take power to my own hand. That means something major going to have to happen, okay? It says there will no longer be free access to the cities. Why? Because all hell been broke loose, man. So pretty much Esau will have to bring out some form of martial law, all right, to try and gain control, right? Try to limit access to cities and traveling, okay? Try to bring some kind of order in these streets. It's going to be wild. It says because the struggle for power will bring destruction, terror, and total confusion where people live. Driven by famine and terrible suffering, people will assault their neighbors and mercilessly plunder their possessions. So in other words, it's going to be so bad in these streets to the point to where it's going to be a famine in these streets, meaning what? There won't be no food, man. It says terrible suffering, meaning people catching hell, man. No access to water, right, to take a bath, to basic, essentials that we use every day, man. Toothpaste and soap, deodorants, right? Women having access, to certain essentials that they need, certain products. It's gonna be bad, man. That's terrible suffering. You not having access to everyday basic needs, man. And it says people will assault their neighbors. Meaning what? Somebody gonna run down on you, man, and try to take what you got because they're lacking, man. People have children, mothers and fathers that's sickly, who need access to medicine and all these different things, man. So people gonna real deal be out here just wide open going crazy, man. But guess what? This kind of stuff has to happen in order for that M.O.T.B system to come in, man. All hell has to break loose, all right? And that's exactly what she said, pretty much. Real quick, Isaiah 19, right? Verse 1 said, this is the message about Egypt, okay? Which is going into Babylon the Great. The Lord is coming to Egypt, riding swiftly on a cloud, right, on a chariot. The Egyptian idols tremble before him, and the people of Egypt lose their courage. The Lord says, I will stir up civil war in Egypt and turn brother against brother and neighbor against neighbor. Rival cities will fight each other and rival kings will struggle for power, right? It's going to get that bad. Don't think the scriptures say this stuff in vain, man. It's going to get that bad, bro. Complete chaos, okay? You wait, watch and see, man. But this stuff got to happen, all right, in order for Esau to say, hey, look, I have a solution to you being homeless, to you being hungry, not having access to basic needs. I have the solution. M.O.T.B. So I'm going to play Whitney Webb one more time, then I'll close out the video. Lord willing, there was edifying to you brothers and your sisters out there, man, all right? So I'm gonna play it back. Okay.
All right.
Totally. So how does this system get triggered? How do we move into the Mark Carney-ism?
Well, I think they sort of give it away when they say that this is the new Bretton Woods movement that needs to be seized. So Bretton Woods was what came out of World War II, essentially, and was the creation of a new financial governance system after World War II. And this is essentially an effort to create a new financial governance system that was announced well before any sort of crisis like that, but it's probably going to need a crisis of that level to be implemented and to convince people to onboard at scale. And if you subscribe to the theory that all wars are bankers' wars, which there is plenty of evidence to support that, I would say, that seems to suggest that perhaps, this is the it's going to be a problem, reaction, solution type of situation where they've already made the solution. They've already developed what they want to be the new financial governance system after this new Bretton Woods moment. They just need some sort of big event on the scale of World War II or some large event that's, equally disruptive in order to be like, all right, now it's time for a new financial governance system after this big event like they did after World War II.
So there you have it, man. They need a big event to happen, okay, for things to go left completely to bring in this new financial system, okay, which will be the M.O.T.B system that we've been talking about for years, man. Okay, starting with the apostles on down. Been talking about this for years, man. And we're finally at the doors, okay? We're finally at the doors, man. And I pray you how about Shema Shai, keep us all safe, man, because it's going to get crazy, all right? And it's going to take great faith, a strong mind, a strong spirit, man, to endure the things that are about to come down the pipe, all right? So, Lord, what lives edifying, man. I'm going to close out here. I'll praise you how about Shema Shai, Bashem, Kodash, Shalom.